What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV. Back with another live stream today. We'll be looking ahead to the game tomorrow, 12:30 kickoff at Leicester. Arsenal against Leicester. Big game for Arsenal. Have we turned a corner? Are we on the road to recovery, people? Or is it a flash in the pan and we've had some decent results lately? We need to find out where we're at as a football club. And I think tomorrow will give us a big idea in terms of where we are. A very tough game away at Leicester. Happy Friday. Big up to everyone. Weekend is on the way. Hope everyone is safe and well. Thank you very much for tuning in today. And I hope you haven't had your lunch yet, people, because there is some serious waffle going around today, people. Get the syrup ready, get the drink ready, press conference settings, and there are some interesting things that have been said in that press conference. Tell him again, Omar. Yeah, when I'm late, I hear plenty of talk about late. Yeah, when I'm turning up, bang on time, people. I want to hear it. John, it's Friday again. It's Saturday, Sunday. It's Saturday. Yo, do you know what? I have to get the dancing in and the singing in now, because if tomorrow doesn't go well, the weekend will very abruptly come to an unhappy ending. But nah, listen, I'm joking. In all fairness, I say it all the time, people. Do not let Arsenal ruin your weekend. If the result is good, then even better. If the result is bad, don't let it have an overly big effect on you, man. At times, it just isn't worth it. TM101, Curtis, working from home for the past year has been made easier by your videos. Respect for these daily videos, bro. I know you're probably not on it certain days. Hey, big up to you, man. Like I say, the community, man, it almost encourages me to go on most days. You know what I mean? I take one day off, usually a week, sometimes two. But I have to admit, I enjoy doing it. It's easy with a community like this, you know. Amal said, every day I'm waffling. Straight Mick Ross settings, people. Big up Latte. Happy Friday, bro. And, of course, we're going to be talking about William Saliba. As you can see by the headline in the title, Mikel Arteta was asked about William Saliba in today's press conference, and he had some interesting things to say. Now, I'm not going to annihilate him straight away for the comments because I haven't read it in full. I've only seen the headline. The headline is saying that Arteta is stating that he will make a decision on William Saliba this summer. Now, I took that in a negative way. I can't lie. I took it in a way of, if a guy's in your plans for the future, then surely you just say he is part of the plans for next year. But listen, I'm not going to totally write it off. Let's see what he has to say. Florida Water said, Henry's face in the background is my face after seeing El Neni in the starting lineup. I'm telling you, man. I think that was all of us, to be fair. Mr. G, listen, Curtis, you turn up exactly when you're meant to, mate. Never late, never early, just bang on time. It is what it is, people. The reason I've gone for this background today, I did this at the last minute, but it is the birthday today of a certain Robbie Perez. Hey, Bobby, why is French for Vavavoom? If you know, you know, people. You know what I'm talking about. Thierry Henry's partner in crime, the left-wing assassin. He used to run a little bit like a penguin, but he certainly didn't shoot like a penguin. Big boy baller, French international left-winger, Arsenal's number 7. Robbie Perez, happy birthday to him. What a player he was, to be fair. And, you know, happy birthday to him. Takan said, big up, Big C. Shouts to my daughter, Ava, watching for the first time. Not that she's interested. Hey, big up to your daughter, man, for tuning in. You know, she knows probably more interested in cartoons and toys at that stage, you know. Magambo, is that the picture from the dummy penalty move? I'm not actually too sure. The face of Henry would suggest it probably is. You know, he don't look too happy about it. I'm going to put slow mode on, people. Comments flying in already. Big up to everyone. Really appreciate your support this Friday. Make sure you like the video. We got a lot to talk about today. Dud said, saw your award speech moving like Don Dada. Hey, we have to, people. We have to clean up, get the suit on and talk the things, you know. You know how it goes. Ollie's press conference. I mean, listen, if I was doing Man United content, the man's comparing himself to Tyson Fury. I mean, I'm not sure what similarities Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has to Tyson Fury. I'm really not, but the Man United fans are fuming. Smash the like button, people. Smash the like button. Let's see what you're saying. Sidon's in here. Trust me, he's having a couple days off after tomorrow when we turn Leicester over. Let me tell you. I'm telling you that now. Mr. G, big up to you, Curtis, and everyone in the chat. Let's get that W this weekend. Big up, Craig. Happy birthday to Robert Pires. What a player he was, by the way. Really handled his business. People, no talk is cheap show this week. We weren't able to do it. It's half term here in the UK. I've been looking after my kids, and Laurie's been busy doing stuff at the office. So there won't be a show out until next Wednesday, people. So apologies for that, those of you who watched that. Roberto Pires, man, big boy player. Anthony says, Big C, shout out to you from Kilburn, North Wheezy, number one footy YouTuber. Big up to you, bro. Big up to you. Do you know what? I had this argument before, and I'm going to keep it 100, people, right? I'm going to keep it absolutely 100. Me and Robbie had this argument when he came on a show once. This is my boy. We had that question. I said to Robbie that Alexis Sanchez is the best winger I have seen play for Arsenal in my lifetime. We had about 20 minutes debating this. He was saying Pires. I think somebody else was even saying Overmars. I know he left the club in circumstances that we dislike him for, but the streets don't forget, people. This guy, for me, is elite. As man saying here, I think it's Patrick Timmins says, one of my favourite memories at the King Power Stadium, Alexis Sanchez becoming the first ever player to score a hat-trick in Serie A, La Liga, and the Premier League. What a player. And just quickly, before we get into that debate, let me read out these couple of super chats, and I want your opinions. Who is the best winger you have ever seen play for Arsenal? For me, it's this man on screen, Alexis Sanchez. John Layat said, fun fact, Pires is also Portuguese. Hey, you learn something every day. And big up to Stephen Featley, said, hi, Curtis, can I have a shout out, please, as it's my birthday tomorrow? Thanks for your help yesterday. I got to 1,104 subs. I won't let Arsenal ruin my birthday. Listen, big up to you, Stephen. Happy birthday for tomorrow. And as I say to you, my friend, if things don't work out tomorrow, don't let them ruin your birthday. But big up to you. Give me a comments, people. Best winger you've seen at Arsenal. Some of you are a little bit older, may say, a completely different name. Brett said Alexis. Mr. G said the most chat interactive man on YouTube, always talking to us direct. That's why I'm always here. Love the channel. Big up to you, bro. AJ said, thank you, Curtis, for keep doing all the watch-alongs, especially for all of us that live outside the UK that can't go to the stadium. 100%. Anthony said, Pires is arguably top 5 legends. That guy was immense, especially between 02-04. Yeah, listen, he was. Anthony said Pires all day. Roll right, Pires. Lambert says Pires. Gunning you down. Pires was more of a team player. Alexis solo. Moet says Willian. Jack says Pepe. Florida said Alexis Sanchez. Baby, Alexis Sanchez. Oh, listen, for me, that brother there. I love Pires. Pires was part of an amazing unit of talent that we had. Alexis had that pressure on his shoulders, though. The difference between those two, in my opinion, what separates them, I don't think Pires could have carried the weight on his shoulders that Alexis was carrying, I don't know. Could Alexis have worked as part of that unit? It's a tricky one. I think it's close. John says Overmars because he was vital at Old Trafford. Yeah, Mark Overmars was a baller. Rising Baller said Sanchez, overrated bum. He's not having him. Pires was amazing, but you can't call Alexis a bum. He was incredible at Arsenal, man. Sanchez for me too. Sanchez is a GOAT. Alexis was electric. Alexis deserved a way better chant than that. Yeah, I mean, they were talking about his dogs by the time he left. Andrew said Alexis is a hard one, though. Pires was never the number one option. He played in a team with Dennis Bergkamp and Thierry Henry. He was never the top dog. Siar Mill said Lundberg, hands down. I wouldn't put Lundberg above Alexis or Pires, but definitely a top quality goal scoring winger. Johnny said Alexis is the Emirates GOAT, and I agree with that. Best player over a consistent period of time for me in the Emirates. Theo scored 100 goals for Arsenal. He was a good goal scorer. I used to get so frustrated watching Theo Walcott. Carney G said Sanchez was so good, lads. We have to be honest. Craig said Sanchez, Pires, and Overmars. John said, man said, me Archie ain't heard that name in years. A couple of people said Joel Campbell as well. Do you know what? I had this kit as well, and I ended up getting rid of it. It was obviously the gold remake, I think, of the one that Wiltord scored the winner in Old Trafford. But this Alexis was special, man. What a special player. Listen, they were both great players. It's a great debate to start. Kingsley said Santi is the Emirates GOAT. I love Santi Cazorla. He didn't perform at that level for long enough. You know, he got injured at the start. We used him in wide areas. He was much better in that deep line playmaker role. Craig said, can you remember Anders Limpar? I do remember him. I only really saw a lot of highlights of him. Didn't watch him live too often. Dennis Suarez, Luis Boamorte. Some great old names there you're throwing at. Iwobi, Mana saying Joel Campbell, Javinho, Reyes, God rest his soul, good player as well. Van Persie, although mainly played striker at Arsenal in his latter years when he was at his best. But listen, swapped Alexis for Mkhitaryan. We'll leave it there. We'll say no more on that matter, people. Right, we're going to move on. People, get your drink ready. Get your syrup ready. We're going straight in. No messing about. It's waffle season, people. We're opening up the Waffle House, people. It is Mikel Arteta press conference settings. You know, this guy, he never fails to amaze me. He really doesn't. And today, I've seen a few of the comments, but I haven't read anything in full up to now. So I'm going to give him a chance before I start, you know, hammering him. I think it's right that I listen to the full context of how these comments were said. He said a few things regarding William Saliba, and I've got a feeling this is going to spark some controversy, people. It's this time. Mick Ross in the building. It's Friday. Get the CD player out. I'm sure there's a diss track somewhere. He's probably dissing Saliba or someone. Mickey Ross in the building. Coma music. He is back, people. Mick Ross settings. This picture from Polymation. I swear this picture will continue with me until Mikel Arteta leaves the club. The fact he's got the Arsenal tattoo on his head. Maybe the 2 tiers of the 2 8th place finishers, you know. But yeah, we're here, people. It is press conference reaction time with Mikel Arteta, people. So I want to know your comments as we go through it. Arteta on Leicester, team news, and our form. He looks quite stern-faced in this one. You know, he knows that Leicester is a tough game. Is the honeymoon over? We've had a nice run since the international break. What I will say, if we win this game, it is a massive win, right? It is a massive win if we can go to Leicester. Now, we beat Leicester last year, people, away from home. So if we can win this game, it is massive. So let's get into it. Let me get the bigger screen on. Right. Mikel Arteta and what he had to say. What is going off here with this screen shit? Right. And what he had to say, people. I'm looking forward to the Saliba comments. He says, on the team news, there have been a few of them that haven't been able to train. We picked up some knocks during the game against Leeds, but hopefully when everybody is back, we will have better news. Man saying Saliba is not coming back. Sidon, hey, Sidon, trust me, man. We're beating you tomorrow. I can't lie. We're coming King Power and rolling you. If we don't, you know, I owe you a sincere apology. But if we win, I expect you to, you know, maybe 48 hours you disappear from the channel. Because I won't be going easy. But listen, it's Mikel Arteta. I can never bank on Mikel Arteta winning a game of football for us. Do you know what, E-Man? That's a good point. Willian actually had one of his best performances at Leicester. We were calling him solar-powered Willian. Only performs in the sun. Malaysian Guna said, oh, man, I've missed your stream for 2 days and I tune in today. The first thing I see is the Arteta Polymation art. Polymation, the GOAT. I'm telling you, he's moving like school fuggery. Let's get into what he's got to say. On if he can say he was picked up knocks, he says not yet. On Kieran Tierney, he said he's progressing in training. Let's see how he is today. He felt a little bit better in the last few days. He wasn't 100% ready to start. But again, we will see what happens in the last 40 hours, okay? So we'll see. I mean, that sounds to me, people, like Kieran Tierney is not fully fit. So even if he does make himself available, I would not be playing him. I can't lie. Is Odegaard the new solar-powered player, people, that only performs in the sunshine? He's taken over the mantle from Willian. The sun has to be out for him to perform at his best. So, yeah, maybe he's that new guy for us, people, that needs the sunshine out. I got sunshine on a cloudy day. You don't have to sing at some time, people. It's how it goes. Broad said 1,000 likes and I'll show Sidon having a meltdown when Saka makes it 5-0. Bro, even if we get 5 shots, I'll be happy. You know, this is Arteta ball, people, after all. But listen, big up to everyone in the chat anyway. Make sure you smash a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. On Nuno Tavares, he said he had an impressive performance. To have your Premier League debut and to play like that, the way he did, with that intensity as well that he is not used to. Credit to the boy. Credit to the boy. You know, come on, boy. Fetch it, boy. I told you. Man's referring to him as the doggy dog. Hoo, hoo, hoo. That's his new pet, Nuno Tavares, mate. I really like what he did. He's still really young. He's improving. He settled really well, and he had a really good performance. He did. I thought he was very good. He deserves a lot of credit. Sing-along settings, people. It's Friday, man. You're finishing your weekend at work. You know what I mean? Enjoy the weekend. Do whatever you got to do, people. Yeah, Broads is very optimistic. It's Friday, man. He's happy, innit? I don't know about 5-0. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I'm giving you. Where else you're gonna get temptation songs on a Friday, people? We're a different channel to other channels, people. We move different. Let's get into Arteta. He said on Leicester, both teams for sure are going to play to win. I mean, do you know what? I never understood that. Both teams are going to play to win. You learn something new every day, don't you? We both know that it's going to be a tough game. We have some experience against them, and we'll just prepare for the game in the best way possible. There's some waffle there, that's for certain. He's just stating the obvious. He might as well be telling us it's Friday. On our good recent record over Leicester, he said, I don't know. Their team has changed. They can play in different formations. There are some principles that they respect really well. I think Brendan has done a tremendous job over there, and we're going to face a team that have different faces because of the way they play. And it will be difficult. I mean, some people were actually calling for Brendan Rodgers to replace Mikel Arteta, you know, when his job was on the line in November. So it'll be interesting. Come on, man. We're singing. We give you all sorts, mate. Curtis Shaw TV. We're not playing, people. We're not playing over it. Every time you bark, I crack up. I can't help it. Nuno Tavares, you know, he's basically a Staffordshire Bull Terrier to me. You know, every time I see him, it makes me want to bark, you know. But he put in a great performance last week. Big up to Peely. Thank you very much for becoming a member on the channel, bro. Really appreciate your support. We will have a member stream probably next week, actually. So look out for that. Big up to you. Daniel Chambers, thank you for the super chat. Said, Arteta to Saliba. Baby, just don't get it. Yo, don't start, man. I'm singing enough already, man. Man don't want him there, fam. I don't know what it is. He's not interested. But hey, you never know. Let's see what he's got to say. On how midweek matches will affect the weekend. Don't listen. Don't do this, people. Don't do this. Let's not start giving. I don't want to hear them excuses. As far as I'm aware, Leicester played midweek. If we get back in Europe, we'll be playing midweek. Don't give the man no excuses. I don't care if we played midweek. Let me see what he says. We both had to play 90 minutes except for the penalties. We had a really tough game against the most intense Premier League team in Leeds. And now we feel recovered and ready for the next one. Now, I have to say a couple of things here. Leeds are a very intense team. I don't think Leeds are a more intense team than Liverpool. I can't lie. I think Dan James, Bamford and Rafinha is not Mane, Salah and Firmino if you're getting pressed. So I'm sorry, I don't believe that was the most intense team in the Premier League in Leeds. This is also a Leeds that is what, 4th, 5th from bottom? I'm not having that. I'm sorry, I'm not having that. Yeah, I'm not. Like, don't get me wrong. I get what you're saying. It's almost like he's not accepting the excuse, but he's giving you a little bit of an excuse. He's like, no, we both had to play 90 minutes, although we did play against the most intense team in the Premier League. Yo, relax yourself. They made about 5 changes. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I might have to get a karaoke system out, people, every Friday. Leeds have been awful this season, maybe last year, South London's finest. You're right. Leeds are not quite at it at the moment. They're 17th. I would not say they're the most intense Premier League team. You know, certainly not more than Liverpool. He said, on the performance against Aston Villa, I was really pleased with the performance, the energy we had. Why are we asking him about a game that was like 2 games ago? But listen, it was a quality performance. So, yeah, let's talk about it. Every intention from the first minute to do what we believed could hurt Villa. We continued like that throughout. So it's another step. That game is gone, and now the full focus is on Leicester. Here we go. He's getting asked about Eddie and Nketiah. I'm looking forward to this, people. Here we go. On Eddie and Nketiah. Man said, get Kelechi's microphone, bro. That one there, Jordan said, right, Curtis, we're on that TLC settings. We don't want no scrubs. He's dealing with Saliba like he's a scrub right now, man. I'm telling you. He's dealing with Saliba like he is a TLC scrub right now. But hey, let's see what he's got to say regarding Saliba. But on Eddie Nketiah, he said he's another one that he's constantly pushing. Every time he's got a chance, he takes that chance. That's questionable for one, but yeah, we'll carry on. Obviously, there are other players involved in those positions. It's the same with other players that haven't had a lot of minutes. We have not had any games in Europe. I mean, oh, dear me. I mean, listen, Mikel, I just want to say, because some people go, oh, you're being a bit negative towards Arteta sometimes. I just want to state, Mikel, the reason why we're not in Europe is due to your management. I'm only stating the obvious here, people. I'm sorry, I have to say it. We haven't had enough games to give minutes because we're not in Europe. Well, we only left Europe once Mikel Arteta became the Arsenal manager. I'm just stating a fact here, people. I'm sorry for the Arteta lovers. I'm stating the facts. Unfortunately, this season, and we have to manage that situation and reward those players that they deserve. The only thing I would question there, I'm not sure when he says every time he's got the chance, he takes that chance. I'm sorry. I don't believe that. Oh, yeah. Eddie is definitely his third son. We know that Mikel already has 2 children. One is called Hector Bellerin, and the second one is Granit Xhaka. I'm pretty sure that Eddie Nketiah is his third son. Like, there's just no doubt about it. Maybe when he moved to Arsenal the first time, he met a nice lady in London, a night of wild, and maybe he created Eddie Mikel Arteta Nketiah, his third child. The third is William might be his nephew. He got him out pretty quick. Maybe he's just the nephew. But yeah, I don't agree with the fact that Eddie has taken every chance. But we move. Bernd Leno, he said, I think he competed really well the other day and he showed his level. That's what he's here for. And when he plays, he needs to play at the best level. And when he's not, he needs to support his teammates like everybody else. Quite harsh, but strong, true words there. It was a good performance. But I said wild. I'm telling you, man, already. Phone contracts for life, everyone. Do you know what I mean? Eddie's going to get offered a new deal. New phones, new iPads, new everything. Oh, dear me. William was his adopted son. Yeah, I think they took him off him. It was the stepson, like you get with the woman who's got the kid, you have to take it on and look after it. But when you break up, you just go, yeah, leave it now. We'll leave it. I think that's what he did with William, to be honest. He said, you know what? While you're here, I'll look after you. But once the relationship fizzles out, don't call me anymore. I've changed my number. I think that's the way he kind of dealt with William. Where with Xhaka and Nketiah and Bellerin, it's for life. It's blood, he loves them. We move on, people. He said, if playing 4-4-2 is the key to improving the away form, he said, we have different options to play with different players who bring different qualities and formations that can adapt what we want to do. That's it. And then scoring goals is not just a consequence of the amount of chances that we create, but sometimes, unfortunately, it's about efficiency as well. I might need somebody to come in and translate that for me. Unfortunately, I don't speak waffle. He goes on one. He's gone there. We've lost him. He's gone into straight politician zone, people. And I can already see the next question. I can already see it, Sean. He's being asked about Barcelona. I think Rob Holding could be the fourth child as well, maybe. I can't believe they're even asking him this question. Xhaka is definitely Laurie's child as well. He loves that guy. So, Barcelona sacked Ronald Koeman midweek. And we already know they are appointing Xavi as the manager, right? Xavi is going to be appointed the manager. They're already talking to his club about compensation. But we're now going to purposely link Mikel Arteta to the Barcelona job. I'm looking forward to this question. Are they linking him to it? On the situation at Barcelona, he said, yeah, there's been a lot going on in the last few years. Obviously, how COVID has affected the way that you have to overcome a situation like the departure of Messi who has been the key player for many, many years, and all that takes time. We will see. I just hope everything works out. So he talks about Barcelona, and then they say, on speculation about the job. I'm going to take a second, people. Take a second. I'll be back shortly with that. I'll have a quick sip. They're not trying to get you at Barcelona, Mikel, right? Get that out of your head. They're not transmitting anything. They're getting Xavi, and they don't want Mikel Arteta at Barcelona. On speculation about the job, he said, I'm extremely happy at Arsenal, and I feel privileged to be here. My only focus is here. Oh, damn. There goes the neighborhood. Now, let's be honest, people. Did Barcelona really want Mikel Arteta? Let's be honest. If Barcelona went for Mikel Arteta, I'm pretty sure they would get Mikel Arteta, right? They ain't trying to get Mikel Arteta. I'm not sure the back-to-back 8th place finishers and the current 10th in the league really wowed them enough. Smooth said Arteta speaks 4 languages: English, Spanish, waffle, and more waffle. Why would Barcelona employ a clown, says Sidant? That's harsh. Temp said, I have my maple syrup. You're going to need it, bro. There's waffles everywhere. This guy, man, Mikel Birdseye Arteta. He'd be lucky to get the Barcelona B job. I can't lie. We're being real here. We're being real. Why would Barcelona appoint him, man? He hasn't done anything right now to get the Barcelona job. But yeah, he's happy at Arsenal and very privileged to be it. On 5 substitutions. Now, for anybody that doesn't know, I think UEFA is it, and FIFA are trying to push now that clubs around the world use 5 substitutes, or 5 substitutes are available for you to use during the game. In the Premier League, there's a massive dispute. Most of the teams in the bottom half of the table, they don't want it because they say it's unfair. The top teams have got better squads, therefore they can bring on 5 better players than them. They say it's an unfair advantage. People are pushing for it in the Premier League. Let me know in the comments, would you agree with it? I think it would help people like Arsenal having 5, to be honest. Big up Turkish, my man said, Barteta, let's make it happen. Listen, Barstool, get him over there. Yeah, if you know, I think he'll be great over there. He can talk. He talk. He's like Donald Trump, mate. He can give a whole press conference of political waffle, people. He would be perfect over there at Barstool. Barteta, man, I'm telling you. Big up Turkish. Make sure you subscribe to Turkish. And I'm pretty sure Friday, we're expecting Big 6 tonight, 10 p.m. I'm going to promote it without knowing. But Turkish, if that's right, let us know. What a show it was on Monday, by the way. He broke Klopp, though, Curtis. Yeah, he broke Klopp in the Community Shield. Klopp's never recovered since. But yeah, on 5 subs, he said, I don't know. There have been different situations. Obviously, in COVID, we had one situation. We've had struggles. A lot of the games are really condensed. I don't think that's going to change with the World Cup and then the African Cup of Nations. We have to think really how we're going to take care of those players. Let's skip through that, man. I ain't even trying to read all that, to be honest. Barteta makes the finest waffles, I'm telling you, man. Barstool needs a guy like Turkish. Come on, man. Let's get him over there. 5 subs fresh in a boring game. Boris Arteta, people. Artetas. I don't know about the Arteta shout. But right, listen. On the reason behind our good form, we go game by game, try to improve every single game, try to keep the spirit, perspective in the right place. You know what I can't believe, by the way? I haven't heard him use the word transmit the whole time. Like, what's going on here? And the same when things are getting better. There are still a lot of things to improve. We know that we don't want to be where we are still. We want the best. To do that, there are a lot of things that have to get better. You're damn right. There are a lot of things that have to get better. Some would say one of them is the actual manager. I can't lie, people. I can't lie. Okay, said 5 subs with a waffle break. Yes, please. Barstool, run Turkish, that big money contract. Yo, listen, we can try and make that happen, bro. You know, I'll reach out to them. I just want 10% Turkish. We'll get you over there in America. You know what I'm saying? In fact, I wouldn't mind coming myself. Little New York trip. Get over there once a year, twice a year. I think Arsenal are going to announce where they're going on tour in the next few months. So let's hope they do go to America. They were supposed to go Florida last year. on what we can improve. He said, I think in every department, the use of the ball, the understanding of the game, how we manage situations, how we deal with moments of pressure. In everything, every department, I think we have a lot of improvements. There are some basics that we are doing much better, which helps to win a lot of football matches. He's going on here, people. He's going on. I'm not going to bore you with all of this. On the temptation to go unchanged from Villa, I'm really pleased with how the team are knocking on the door, gives us options. I don't see anybody trying to find excuses. I'm going to skip through. It's a long old question and an answer. On Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Nuno Espirito Santo's position at their clubs. Ain't it funny, right? This is what baffles me about football sometimes and baffles me about Arsenal Football Club. This question alone says everything about Arsenal. Mikel Arteta is being asked about the situation of two managers that are higher than him in the table. Arsenal are 10th, Man United are 7th, Tottenham are 6th. Now, don't get me wrong, those two teams are not performing at any kind of hard level, right? But how is he in a position to be asked about two managers that are higher up than him? How is the 10th place manager under no pressure? And the guy in 6th and 7th, people are calling for their head. El Sakiko, they're calling that game tomorrow. Whoever loses might get sacked. While Mikel Arteta, man's got padlocks all over his job, people. You don't even know the password. He ain't even got the key. We can't get him out. It's madness. What does he have to say? It's always about results. We all know that, and the rest doesn't really matter. So when you're having difficulties, then you're going to be hit in that position. There's nothing new for anybody, but yes, obviously you feel for them because you know that they have to go through. So you feel that obviously it's not a nice moment for those that are going through it. But don't worry, people. Everything's rosy in the Arsenal garden. You know, we're 10th, but, 6th and 7th, they're having an absolute nightmare. Wow, everything's rosy in 10th. On the sickness bug going around the club, he said, yeah, it was a bit of sickness and just tummy aches, things like that. Hopefully today everyone will be okay. Is Ben White affected? He said he hasn't trained yet. So again, we'd have to wait for today to see how he's feeling and make the decision. I believe, people, just for those that need to know, Ben White has trained today. Some pictures were out. And he did train, so you feel that he should be able to play tomorrow. Trust me, this guy's got padlocks on his job. Secret, they got a fingerprint, all sorts to open that. The man in 10th, he's talking about the pressure of teams in 7th and 6th. Make that make sense for me, people. I don't understand how football works anymore, for real. Turkish said, we must transmit a process with non-negotiables. It all makes sense. Do you know what I mean, bro? Non-negotiables and all that. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't get it. I don't get it, people. The man's safe as houses. Nowhere. The man ain't going nowhere. Cowpole for those tummy aches, man. Yeah, man. Get some coconut water, man. You'll be good. On Aubameyang and his recent efforts, he said, well, we had various conversations. Obviously, where you have a season where a team hasn't fulfilled our expectations and individually we haven't, we tried to find the right reasons. How can we change that? I'm not even going to go through all of it, people. On if Aubameyang is enjoying his new role, he said, I think he is. I think you can see it on the pitch. He's playing with a smile on his face. And here it is, people. I knew it wasn't going to last long. He's transmitting energy. How long was it going to take before transmitting turned up, people? It had to turn up eventually. And there it is, pure waffle. Get the syrup ready, people. More waffle than bird's eye. We have hit the jackpot. By the way, I want to know, what is Aubameyang's new role? Last year, was it he just runs around like a madman and doesn't score? Now this year he's allowed to score. Like, what is the new role of Aubameyang? I don't get the difference. He said, energy, passion, willingness, and not only that, but outside the pitch as well. That's what I want. A happy Aubameyang leads with his character, and that's what he's able to transmit. There we are again to everybody, and that energy is always positive. He is transmitting every day. I'm transmitting, people. Forget Rick Ross. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm transmitting, people. Mickey Ross, Mickey Arteta settings, people. Twice. Pep Guardiola settings, people. Drops transmitting twice, This is a long press conference, by the way. On Patson Dakar, and if he's aware of the player. I mean, can you imagine a Premier League manager coming out and saying, I don't know who the player is who I'm playing against? Like, of course he knows who he is. Man said he's transmitting swag. It's funny, every time he goes on international duty, he comes back with extensions. He comes back with long plaits. He must have a little hairdresser over there who just drops them extensions in. Man said he's transmitting Aubameyang's haircut. Dry waffles, no syrup. Transmit the process, people. Just transmit it. He loves that word now, I'm telling you. He said, yeah, we've been aware of him. I think Leicester have been really strong and clever in their recruitment over the years, that they've been able to build the team that they have. He looks like a really strong player. I would have just loved it if he came out and said, who's Patson Daka? I've never heard of him. Are we playing against him tomorrow? Oh, my days. Clement said, facts Turkish. Like Curtis said, make sure to subscribe to all the guys' YouTube channels and let's get 100 likes to start the Big Six live stream and 1,000 likes to finish the show tonight at 10 p.m. Listen, I'm expecting everyone. I want 1,000 likes on this today. We got 1,250 in here. 1,000 likes tonight. We smash the likes on Big Six before the show even starts, people. You know that show's going to be epic. I'm still a little bit disappointed it didn't win Podcast of the Year, but hey, you know how these award shows go. I'm sure they'll win it next year. So make sure we all watch that later on. I'll be in the comments, active as ever, and trolling Saeed, no doubt. On what Ben White has added to the side. I mean, a good suntan, that's for certain, and some good tattoos as well. He said, well, we have different options. Obviously, we wanted to recruit somebody that could straight away naturally adapt to the way we want to play. Ben had all the qualities we were looking for. He's happy to defend, open the space. He's really good in duels. He has a huge personality when we're demanding to make a process with the ball. The good old process word, knew that wouldn't escape. Or different ways against the press. Or when they don't press, he has time on the ball to make the right decisions. I like his character when I met him, and that's why we made the decision to sign him. He said, on White's partnership with Gabriel, whether the language barrier matters, he said, yes, but the language is important. Gabby has improved a lot in that sense this season. For any centre-back partnership, coaching, communication is key, and that's helping. Obviously, before we move on, people, because I can see the next question is the Saliba business. This is where it's going to get a bit sticky, people. I'm telling you, man, Aubameyang loves them extensions. Fresh from Gabon, he always comes back with a headband and some extensions, people. He's sending shots at Saliba. Well, let's see now, people. Here we go. On William Saliba, and if White signing meant he could go out on loan, this is where it's... Listen, get the syrup ready, people. We're getting some serious waffle about to happen now. Man said the real climax. Well, everything is linked. So he's saying it kind of is a bit linked. Obviously, the amount of centre-backs that we could have in the team, the issues that we had in the past because of the numbers that we had and the unbalance we had in that position. And because of Williams' decision in his career right now to make the minutes that he's making and the progress that he's making, we believe it was the right thing to do. So he started off like just a subliminal diss track, you know, a little Jay-Z one of them diss tracks that you work out about a week later and you go, rah, I didn't even know he was dissing him there. He ain't going in crazy. This ain't like 50 Cent Piggy Bank where he's just, you know, window shopper settings. He's just gone in a little light there. So basically, he's saying we had a lot of centre-backs and he wanted football. So he felt he was right to send. Captain South said, I'm drowning in syrup. I'm telling you. So I get it. All right, you signed Ben White and Gabriel. You wanted to play him. Them two, you couldn't promise Saliba first-team football, so you sent him out on loan. Man said, empty the clip. How to rob settings, man. Come on, man. The bottom line is, I'm a crook with a deal. I know, man. I know about them 50 tunes, man. Window shopper settings, man. William, use a window shopper. Mad at me. I think I know why. Oh, my days. Arteta's moving mad, throwing out diss tracks left, right, and centre. Here we go. On Saliba's performance against PSG and if he's spoken to him since. I mean, bear in mind, he got man of the match against Kylian Mbappe, like one of the best, you know, strikers around or young players around. But let's hear what he got to say. He said, yes, we have been, as a club, always in touch. So that means basically you never spoke to him, but the club have probably spoke to him. Fair enough. They went to see the game as well. Edu and Ben. Ben is the, I believe, is the loan manager. So he keeps an eye on all the players on loan. They were there to watch him and keep a close eye on him and the progress that he's making. Obviously, he's our player, and with all the loaned players that we have, I mean, listen, I'm going to add balance to this because some people say sometimes I'm too harsh on Arteta. But tell me if I'm reading this wrong, right? And I want you to help me out on this. You've put a player out on loan. He's our player. We own this player, so he's ours. You've sent out your technical director and your loan manager to go and watch your player, who's a young player. He gets man of the match against Kylian Mbappe, one of the most highly rated players in world football. I would have loved to have heard something positive in this comment from Mikel Arteta. Listen, I could be totally wrong, people. Maybe in the press conference he said it different. There's nothing. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. And if I am, I apologize for that. But I'm just saying, I would have loved to have heard him say it, like, okay, we saw the game of him against PSG and he really impressed me, or he did really well against Mbappe. You know, he's been in 4 team of the weeks in the last 7 weeks. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm reading far too much into it, people, right? Maybe I'm totally wrong and he doesn't mean anything by it. But I would have liked to have seen something positive. The man just got man of the match against Mbappe. It's our player. You should be delighted for that. All right. John said I'm reading too much into it. Okay, maybe I am. But some people say I'm right as well. I just feel like he doesn't speak about him in a positive way. That's what worries me about it. You know, maybe I'm reading too much into it. He said if Saliba would have been in the squad against Leeds if he was there. I mean, what kind of question is that? The man's on loan. So, of course, he can't. What can he say? Well, if he was here, I would have had him in the squad. Elliot said, too right, Curtis. Where is the support for Saliba? Like, and that's my problem. Like, Saliba probably watches these press conferences. His agent probably watches it. I'd be like, bro, like, is he in favor of him? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. Yes, he said at the moment, if he's there and he played a different game that week and this is it, he continues to do what he needs to do, which is to play a lot of games and play them well. So it gives him a little bit of a big up there. So I'll give him credit. Alan said he was very distant in the press conference. He's showing him tough love. Tough love only lasts for so long, man. Do you know what I mean? People will have enough and walk away. That is the problem with tough love people. Reading too much into it. Okay, fair enough. Listen, I'm open to it. Maybe I am. Saliba's not coming back. Get over it, says Rising Baller. Outgun said he's a liar. Curtis, just buy a Saliba FC shirt, mate, and leave Arsenal alone. Call your channel Saliba Short TV. Listen, I think the kid's a big talent and he should be given a chance. Let's move on. I mean, he asked him about Saliba again. On Saliba's future with the club. Here we go. Latte said, big up with the super chat, bro. He said, Billy said, that's why context's important. He smiled and looked happy when asked about Saliba. Fair enough, if I've read it wrong. Latte said, Curtis, he doesn't want Saliba at all. Arteta is a liar. It just seems complicated for no reason. Like, he said, on Saliba's future, that's a decision we will make in the summer. Obviously, he's our player, and naturally that would happen. And we'd have to sit down and decide what the best step is next. Now, listen, maybe I read too much into the first bit because he never said anything. So maybe I was asking for more than what needed to be said. But somebody tell me that cannot be misinterpreted, in my opinion, people. He's telling us clear as day. If you have a player out on loan, yeah, I need some water, Maran. I need some water. If you've got a player on loan, he's coming back next season. He's got a few years left on his contract. What do we need to decide? Imagine your missus saying to you, you know, after we go on holiday this summer, I'll let you know if I want to continue in this relationship or not. We'll have a sit down and we'll decide what the best step is next. You say, what? Go pack your bags now, man. I ain't waiting till the summer. Let's go. How are you telling the man? The man's on loan at Marseille, which you agreed was best for him. He's thriving at Marseille. Now, I'm not being funny, people. Outside of Gabriel and Ben White, those two are good. I don't believe there is a centre-back at Arsenal that is anything special. Pablo Mari, haven't seen him since Lukaku committed GBH on him in broad daylight at the Emirates. Rob Holding, I mean, the best improvement Rob Holding's made over the past 5 years at the club is the hairline that he got patterned in Turkey this summer. Callum Chambers, I mean, yeah, it was a good goal, but let's be honest, you're just like a jack of all trades, master of none. You're half decent in most positions. William Saliba is better than any of them other players. I thought that was a decent analogy, to be fair. Some people saying I've gone crazy, but hey, I'm telling you, you can't tell me we'll have a discussion in the summer. Discussion about what, bro? I'm already proving I'm good enough to be at Arsenal. I'm already proving it. Rob Holding is not dealing with Kylian Mbappe. Let me tell you that. Pablo Mari is not dealing with Kylian Mbappe. Callum Chambers isn't. They're going to get rinsed. The man dealt with him. He even kept up with him and clattered him in that challenge. What kind of conversation? Sit down and decide. Bro, they better make sure this man don't walk out and just say, you know what, I'll make the decision for you. I like it at Marseille. The fans love me. I'm playing every week. I'm being hyped about by all these ex-players and pundits. French under-21 captain. I'm cool. I don't want to come back to Arsenal. You better make sure we don't end up in that situation. 60,000 witnesses are going to court to testify against Lukaku for what he did. GBH with intent, bro. In broad daylight. I haven't seen Pablo Mari since. He's probably getting counselling after what's been happening. But nah, man, I'm sorry, people. I don't like those comments. He said similar comments last season about him. We'll decide in the summer. Next minute, the man got shipped out on loan again. I don't rate that. I don't rate that. Saliba can win Ballon d'Or and Arteta still won't play him. It's a personal agenda, Curtis. The Saliba appearance issue was just an excuse. I mean, listen, I can't say that was an excuse because, he lost one of his parents, I believe. That's a life-changing experience and a tragic experience. But I don't understand why you can't just say he's doing well on loan, he'll be our player, and he'll be back here that next season. That's a positive way to talk about your player. You're basically saying you're not sure whether he's coming back or not, which for me is we'll see next season, people. I'm going to move on. I'm sure I'm stressing you all out with the Saliba comments. This is one heck of a long press conference, by the way. I'm going to skip through this. On Ben White's comments about watching games outside of work, I think you mean on not watching games outside of work, bro. Not watching. He don't watch no football. John said, to be fair, Big C, a player should want to fight for his position at Arsenal, not shy away because of the manager. I mean, bro, I don't know what more the man can do. He's been on this is third loan. I don't think he can fight much more than that. He's fighting like Bruce Lee right now. I don't know what much more we can ask. Ben White watching football. I'm not going to go through all this. I think there are phases in the career of a footballer. He goes through more focus in other things than football. People I've met, they don't see a lot of football, but they watch all their games that they play 3 times. I'm going to skip it. It's too much. On Vieira's comments about watching games being an essential learning tool, he said, I think it has to come naturally like anything. If you force a player to do something he's not interested in outside here, it's going to be difficult. Hopefully you can feed something within his body that can create a response like, okay, I want to start to look at this in a different way, in a different league, in a different team, and try to feed that. Sometimes it happens. I need somebody to translate that again for me, people. I got lost. We got into pure waffle talk there. We have to feed him how to watch football. Feed Benjamin White the football. Oh, my man's got to spoon feed him some football, Jesus. You have to put a football in the blender and just blend it in and just feed it to Benjamin White, people. Latte said, again, Arteta doesn't want him. Arteta waiting for Saliba to request a transfer. Probably is, He'll put a transfer request and he'll blame him. He'll say, you know what, he didn't want to be here and make him look like the enemy. Bro, I don't know what he's talking about. Basically, we've got to feed Ben White football. Feed the Benjamin White people. Feed him. If anybody, you know what, I always ask people, Polymation, anybody, hit me up on Twitter, Curtis Shaw 9. Can anybody get a picture of Arteta feeding Ben White a football? You know what I mean? John Layout, big up to you, bro. Man gave him the MK Dons friendly game, then man sent him to the reserves. While go on for manager, some waffle machine. Nah, Curtis got me listening to some old school G-Unit. G-Unit. I actually saw 50 Cent twice in concert in Nottingham, man. Them days there, people, I was banging out G-Unit hip-hop clothing, man. I remember I had the G-Unit sneakers. I think I even had the spinning chain, silver thing. It was about £12 from the market back in the day, man. I didn't even really like G-Unit. I was just a big 50 fan, but yeah, them good old days, man. Them good old days. Stump 101. Them gal tunes with Joe. I wanna be a lover. I want to do some things, baby. I might have to put some G-Unit on when I come off stream, people. Jeez, Friday settings. Benjamin, Baby White. Forget baby wipes, people. Baby White. We don't feed him milk. We feed him football. So, waffles and football for lunch, people. Feed Ben White, people. Feed him football. 6,000,007. I've watched every game Saliba has played this season. He has made massive improvements. If he adapts to the Prem, he will be a starter for us. I hope you're right. I hope you are right. This manager, will he give him the chance? Hashtag feed Ben White. Feed him football, people. Just feed him. Waffles and football for lunch. Got to feed baby Benjamin. Oh, my days. Press conference is unbelievable. Friday sing-along, bro. I'm telling you. Them good old baggy jeans, bro, man. When I look back at them pictures, I'm like, what was I doing? White Air Force Ones, baggy blue jeans, white T-shirt, do-rag. You know what I mean? I thought I was fresh out of Queensbridge, Southside, man. I'm telling you, they had me gassed with that old school, my buddy. Yo, them tunes there, you're going to take me in a different direction, people. Game as well. I seen Game in concert. How sick was he as a player? As a player? See, you got me confused now. I thought Game was playing right back for Arsenal. West Coast Game, man. He was fire as well. Bro, the £12 chain from the market, that stuff went green after about 3 weeks. But hey, you do what you got to do, people. Right, let me get back. I'm losing focus here. So, yeah, we got to feed Ben White football. That's how we finish. On if Odegaard needs to add more end product in the final third. He said, absolutely. All the players that are playing in the attacking line have to contribute at the maximum level that is required to achieve the numbers that you need to be the best team in the league. If you don't, then it's just maths. You won't get there. What a way to end one of the most waffling press conferences I have ever heard. If you don't, then it's just maths. He's taken us to school. He's actually schooled me in waffle today. I'm now fluent in waffle, people. And we all know Benjamin White has to be fed football for him to, take it into his body. Daniel said, feed the world, feed the Ben White, make it a better place for you and for me. Benjamin White, Michael Jackson settings, man. Billie Jean business, people. Just feed him football and the world will be healed. That's all he needs. Just feed him and he'll love it. He'll watch it. He'll have that feeling. Oh, my days. Big up to Daniel James with a super chat. I'm on one today, people. It's Friday, man. Man said skip the press conference reactions then. Nah, I have to. It's historic, people. We have to. We have to do it. When he goes, man, we might not get this again. Sri said, Curtis, I'm a Spurs fan. I watched Saliba in the Marseille games. He looks quality. I would love him to partner Romeo here at the Lane. Probably end up happening, with knowing him. Janssen said, Game is about 6'5". Put him centre back. Get him up there, man. Him and 50 Cent up top. How do you play sport professionally and don't watch it? I mean, listen, man, I think you have to study the game. I'm not sure you have to be, a guy that watches all the football, but you got to watch some of it, man. Terrible coach, excellent politician, I'm telling you. Bro, as soon as I come off here, I'm telling you, I'm going on YouTube and just banging out old school G-Unit, old school 50 people. I'm banging it all out this afternoon. Mangis, big or big C, can't believe I missed the live. No worries, bro. A rising baller said, Ollie's smiling in his press conference. What do you expect? That's what Ollie does, people. Ollie smiles in the press conference. He's elite at it. He's absolutely, there he is. Here's the man himself. Let me get out of the way. Look at that. As I said the other day, people, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we want you to stay. In my eyes, he's a legend. I class him as a legend of football. I said this the other day. You're making Ronaldo look like Benteke. Sancho looks like Redmond. And Maguire looks like the fridge that Luke Shaw told him he is, you know? I love that smile. I love it. This is after they'd lost 5-0 to Liverpool. How can you not love that smile, people? Legend. Absolute legend. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we want you to stay. We want you to stay. It's brilliant, people. Keep him in. Keep him in the job. Listen, BK, come on. Come on. I smell. Is that you, Irv? Come on. Listen, this is why I said, people, we got a second channel pending. Whether it will be on Twitch or on YouTube, we're going to set up something else to do some other stuff, you know, movies, music, old football boots, old football kits, old football players. We're going to do some gaming. We'll do loads of things, maybe some challenges. We're going to do loads of it, people. So yeah. Second channel on the way, whether it's YouTube or Twitch, possibly Twitch. Zach said this is one of the best streams. Come on, man. We ain't playing, people. We're not playing games here. World-class manager, leave him there. That smile is elite for me. Before we get out of here, we did do this yesterday, but for anybody that didn't tune in, Arsenal go to Leicester. How are we going to line up? Is he going to be brave enough to go to Leicester and play 4-4-2? We were brilliant against Villa. But they have a much better midfield. Samare, Madison and Tillemans. I think at the moment, Wilfred Ndidi is out injured. Mudine, no talk is cheap show this week, unfortunately. He'll be back next Wednesday. So look out for that. It's half term. I've had my hands full, man. Both my kids are off. So wasn't able to do it. Big up to Cruz as well, man. He scored 2 goals this morning against Southend. I know he was very happy with his goals, so I got to big him up on that. Top Stream Blood, keep up the good work. Have to, bro, have to. Every day I'm waffling, perfect name. Arteta attended Waffling High School in North London and graduated with a waffling dictionary in football. Ted Lasso versus Mikel Arteta versus Oli, man, I'm telling you. Nicholas said, when are you going to go back to the games? I'm in no rush, I can't lie. I'm in no rush. I might go to the Man United game, I'm not sure. But yeah, big up to everyone for bigging up Cruz, man. But yeah, right, let's have a look. Is he going to be brave enough? Now, I'm checking out the team news here. Brendan Rodgers admits Jose Perez and Ricardo Pereira are doubts for the game this weekend as Leicester host Arsenal. Star striker Jamie Vardy has been declared fit after missing the midweek game as a precaution as he aims to be 100% fit for the weekend's game against Arsenal. Vardy has a very good goal-scoring record against Arsenal as well. They do have a lot of attacking firepower. Patson Daka, Jamie Vardy, Iheanacho. Like I was saying yesterday, people, Leicester have conceded 15 goals in 9 games. They are conceding a lot of goals. The problem is they've scored 15 goals as well. They are banging goals in at the moment. Arsenal have only scored 9, I believe, compared to Leicester, who have scored 15. So that is where we're going to have to deal with them. Apologies. Arsenal have scored 10, conceded 13. Leicester have scored 15, conceded 15. Arsenal are still on -3 goal difference, but we are on the same points as Leicester. Now, just as I said yesterday, I'm going to quickly get through this. For me, would you go 4-4-2 and who would you pick? I think Ramsdale in goal. Most of the back four picks itself without any debate whatsoever. Ramsdale, Ben White trained today, should be fit. Tomiyasu at right back, no problem there. The left back position is one that is a little bit of debate. For me, I'm playing Nuno Tavares. I think he's earned the right to play. As you saw from the press conference, he said that Kieran Tierney, they're not even sure whether he's going to be fully fit for tomorrow. He hasn't trained properly. He couldn't play in the week in the Carabao Cup game. I would play Nuno Tavares. Are you agreeing with that, people? Big up Clement. Arsenal scored 10, conceded 13, Leicester 15. We got to be careful of their attack. I would go for Nuno. I think he showed his pedigree. Apologies, I just can't help it. I literally can't help myself. Anytime I say Nuno Tavares, there's a dog joke somewhere around it. But listen, I think he deserves his opportunity to stay in the team. A lot of pace in that team. He will be tested. He will be tested against Leicester with the likes of Barnes and that. The midfield picks itself. Thomas, the General Partey, got his goal. And Sambi Lokonga. No Bambi Lokonga jokes this week, people. He's back. He is back. Same team and formation, Craig says. So that would be... Would you all agree with that, people? Would you just go... I would actually agree with that. Yeah, I would agree with that. Emile Smith-Rowe. And the front two are the big dogs, as Grid says on the Big Six show, mate. The big dogs are two big 50 million plus signings. I think we turn up and let Leicester worry about us, people. Don't go there and get scared and go, oh, no, we've got to play a three-man midfield because it's Leicester. Let's go there and give Leicester something to worry about. Sidney said, play Eddie and El Neni. Listen, it wouldn't surprise me with this manager. He loves Eddie. Let the dogs out. I'm telling you, man. Let them dogs out. And I ain't talking about the left back, Nuno. The good thing about our team here, like I said, Smith-Rowe, when he plays left wing, he drifts. So he plays almost centrally anyway. Saka tends to stay further out wide. And Lacazette also drops. So if we're getting overrun against their three-man midfield, Lacazette can drop in and pick up their deepest midfielder. And Smith-Rowe can tuck in and help them out as well. So I think we've got enough there to deal with them. I really want Mikel Arteta to go there, play 4-4-2, let them worry about us. I'm confident in that team. Every player on that pitch that I'm looking at right now, I believe they've all got confidence at this moment. Now, Saka's not in the best of form for him, but you can still see he's got belief when he's on the ball. And I think that team can go there and cause Leicester problems. Now, we know Leicester are going to hit us on the break. Iheanacho and Vardy or whoever they play, if it's Dakar, we know they've got pace. We've got to deal with them. We've got to be aggressive. Score prediction for me, I think there's going to be goals, people. I don't often go for high-scoring games. I'm going to go for 3-2 to Arsenal. I'm going to go for a 5-goal thriller. I think early kickoff, both teams won midweek. They've scored 15. If we play 4-4-2, I'm going to go for 3-2. If we don't go 4-4-2, I think it will be a tighter game. If he goes with this formation, I'm going to go for a 3-2 win for Arsenal. What's your score predictions early before we see the teams tomorrow and stuff? Sidney said Leicester will dominate possession, at least in the first half. Pud says 2-2. Cello 3-2 Arsenal. South London's finest 4-2 Arsenal. Sheets of Metal said put in Pistol Pete. Who are you playing him over, Sheets of Metal? Who are you dropping for him? 2-0 Leicester, said Fox in the bin. Zach said every player on that team sheet is good enough. We've got to win 3-1. Leopold said always a good video. Thanks, Big C. I appreciate that. Clement said, do you think Saka needs a rest? I mean, his form has suggested that, but then the thing is, he didn't play midweek in the Carabao Cup, so he's had a whole week of no game, where Pepe, I think, played 90, didn't he, midweek? So, and Pepe didn't have a great game, so I just don't think he'll play him. Broad said, Benjamin, best watch them Vardy clips. Bro, he's got too much other things to do. Unless we feed him some Vardy clips at training today, he ain't watching nothing. Liam said it's basically the same formation as 4-2-3-1, out of possession as Laka drops back in midfield. Exactly that. Exactly that. Daniel White says 3-1. Martin says 2-2. Clement says 3-2 to Leicester. 1-0 to Arsenal, says Temp. Hendon Guna said rest Saka, he looks spent. I'm just hoping the week of no game has allowed him to recover. If not, you can always bring Pepe on in the second half or Martinelli. Travis says Tomiyasu goal tomorrow. I think we'd all like that. Mayor said 3-0 to Arsenal. Let's hope so, man. It's a big game. It's a big, big game. We've only got one more Premier League game after that before the international break. And that game is against Watford at home. So if we can win this, we give ourselves a great opportunity to then go and beat Watford, go into that international break, climb in the table. We are, at the moment, 3 points off West Ham, who are in fourth. You know, depending on if results go against us. I mean, if we beat Leicester tomorrow, we go above Leicester. Man United and Tottenham play each other at the weekend, so we're guaranteed to go above one of them if, one of those teams wins the game. If they draw, we go above both of them. This could be a massive weekend for Arsenal. It's a really big game, and I really hope we win this game. And honestly, I know I've given Arteta a bit of stick, and a lot of it's banter, don't get me wrong, during the Waffle Settings press conference. But if we can win tomorrow, it puts us in good shape going into that next international break. Bearing in mind, we play Watford at home next week, what is, you would like to believe, is a very, very winnable game for Arsenal next weekend. And just looking ahead, I mean, for example, people, Man United play Man City next weekend, next Saturday. So again, possibly Man United drop points there again. Teams around us as well. I mean, Everton play Tottenham. That's two teams that are above us. West Ham play Liverpool. Teams are going to drop points while we're playing Watford next week. Two massive games. On the flip side, if we lose the game tomorrow, all of a sudden, Arsenal are back on page 2. And we're having Arsenal therapy on Sunday, and I'm having a mini meltdown. We cannot lose this game. We really can't. Temp said, Curtis, I have to wake up at 4 a.m. to watch this game. I take nothing less than 3 points in our direction. Somebody said there, would I take a draw? I honestly wouldn't. I think we've got to win this game. I think we're playing catch-up. I know Leicester are a good team and they bang goals, but we need to beat them. Alfred, big up to you with the super chat, said Martinelli on the right. Give Saka the second half. Martinelli's direct play will help them on the right. On the left, he is cutting in too much. Interesting. I mean, will he bang Martinelli into the team? I just don't think so. I really don't. I think he'll bench him. We need absolutely a win to make a flip. Exactly. Imagine if we're like 6th or 7th, going into that Watford game. Like I said, Man U play City next week. Everton play Tottenham. Teams are going to drop points next week. Curtis, thoughts on Arsenal wanting to buy Noah Lang from Bruges? Honestly, I haven't seen enough of him. I honestly could not tell you how good he is. I've seen highlights. He looks good on YouTube. Is he the real deal? I'm not sure, people. Let's get a few comments in before we round up, people. We've been just over an hour. We don't need the cookie settings. I don't want to have to accept the cookies. I'm going to be hyped up tomorrow, let me tell you. 12:30 kickoff. But what I'm going to say, just a reminder for tomorrow, 12:30 kickoff. I'll be on about 45 minutes before kickoff. Leicester against Arsenal. And then tomorrow, 5:30 kickoff, I'll be doing Tottenham against Manchester United. El Sakiko, people. So double upload tomorrow. So make sure you tune in for both them games tomorrow. It's a busy day. Sunday, I don't think I'll be streaming any games. There's no real big games. Get a few comments in. We'll have 5 minutes of comments, then we'll get out of here. Craig said, Curtis, the clocks go back. Let's hope Arsenal don't. I'm telling you, man, we can't be going back. We need to step forward. Krav said, bless up to the community. 3-point collecting like Steph Curry. Let's go, Gooners. I'm telling you, we got to go 3-point collecting tomorrow. Halloween this weekend. Forget trick-or-treating. Let's go collecting. Clement said, win these 2 games. We'll probably be in the top 5 before the break. Easily could be, but they are difficult games. Master Lee said, Lacquer at 10 is good at putting a foot in. Yeah, he's strong, and he knows how to win free kicks. He's got that dark arts intelligence. Curtis, you should do a watch-along for the EFL Cup draw. Yeah, it's at 10:30. We'll have to see about that one. We'll see. Could possibly do a quick 15-minute stream. Make sure you smash the likes. Can we get 1,000 likes? 1,250 of you in the chat. Really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe as well. A draw is an L for me. I mean, listen, I think it is because of the fact we're playing catch-up. If we'd started the season well, a draw wouldn't be bad, but we need the win. We need the win. Abdul Ghaffar said, no excuses. Leicester didn't spend 150 million. Honestly, yeah. We spent big money. We should expect big results. Brett said top 4 is only 3 points away. We have to get there and see if we can stay there. It's going to be tough, but you got to give yourself a chance. Aluminium said, you got to watch Maddison and Tielemans. Sambi and Partey need to be at their best. I mean, Maddison was in bad form. He has actually scored lately. And Arsenal tried to get him in the summer. Tielemans is obviously very good. We will be top 4 come the international break, said Sire Mill. Let's hope so. Curtis 7-goal thriller tomorrow. 4-3, says Craig. Yeah, I've gone for 3-2, but listen, I wouldn't mind a 4-3, you know, an exciting early kickoff. Curtis, thoughts on... The man said Timbuktu, you know, you can't draw me in with them ones, you know. Marshall said, yo, Big C, I ain't an Arsenal fan, but I definitely love your content, bro. Reckon you guys will make top 4. I think it will be difficult. The reason I keep bigging up Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is because the longer Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is at Arsenal, the longer Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is at Man United, the better chance I think teams have of potentially getting United out of that top 4. I still think United have too much quality in their team, though. I think they're gonna. I still think they've got a good chance of making it. They got Ronaldo and them guys. Adrian said 2-0 to Arsenal. Temp said I won't take a draw. Imran said, are you going to stream tomorrow the Carabao Cup quarter-final draw? Possibly. I might stream it quickly. Yeah, smash the likes on the way out, people. And Andrew said, I don't have a lot of confidence for tomorrow. Only Arsenal can go on a 6-0-2 run and still be woeful. Lee Chappie isn't related to Jamie Vardy as far as I know. Would you buy a winger if Pepe leaves next summer? Yeah, definitely. We'll have to, I think, if he goes. Get a winger. There's 4 teams at 14 points with the same record as us. They are. And it'll be a very good test tomorrow. Let's get a couple more comments in and we'll get out of here. Broad says 1,000 likes and I'll stream at 5 p.m. I mean, if that ain't a reason to like, then I don't know what is. Let's get him out. He hit 1,000 yesterday, and let's get him streaming, people. Let's get him streaming. Craig said this stream has been fire. Let's leave on that one, people. Nice positive comment. Big up to everyone for tuning in today. Smash that like button on your way out. And I'll be, like I said, double upload tomorrow. We'll be on from 11:45 tomorrow. Leicester against Arsenal. Join me for that 3-point collecting, man. We're moving, people. Sidon, it's going to be a long weekend for you, bro. I hope so anyway. Otherwise, it will be Arsenal therapy on Sunday. And then we'll be about 5 o'clock. We'll be back for Tottenham against Manchester United, El Sakiko, and which one of the managers will be under the most pressure come the end of the weekend. Big up to everyone for tuning in. Thank you for your patience during the waffle settings of the press conference. Enjoy your Friday, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bless.